It is a marathon, not a sprint. That's what I'm telling myself this week, week 5 of my grow, scale, monetize the Expat Woman YouTube channel. This week has actually been the slowest week since, actually, it's the second slowest week since I started this challenge where every week I post one long form video, one short form video, and one live stream. And it it's pushing me to really understand YouTube, but it's also making me realize that it's a long process. The YouTube videos I have seen that have been posted on YouTube channels are where people have monetized their YouTube channels in a week. No, sorry, not in a week, but maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, in 9 weeks, 10 weeks, etc. So obviously you think, oh, maybe even I'll be able to do that. And I've had the Expat Woman YouTube channel since 2016. Of course, it's only in the last 5 weeks that I have started uploading a long form video every week. I think, in fact, the first few weeks I was just doing live streams, and then I started uploading long form videos. And the last few weeks, I also started doing short form videos or short videos. And I realized it doesn't happen overnight. Now, why is it not doing so well compared to maybe other folks' channels, or even why isn't the progress going up? Because if you think about it, the first week was slow because I was just starting. Then I started having some progress. Last week was amazing. And then this week it's dropped down considerably. In fact, I also just lost a YouTube subscriber just before going live. So, which is not very encouraging. But I don't know the answers yet, and I'm not taking it personally. I'm not taking it to be that because people don't like how I look, how I sound, my content. Maybe YouTube is still trying to figure out who my target audience is. My target audience is women living abroad who are like me, who want to share their voice, who want to share their content, who want to make bold moves so they can create impact, influence, financial freedom, make money, but also enjoy what they're doing, use their superpower to showcase their expertise, get work, get promotions, get grow their businesses, get new opportunities. So that's my target audience. It is women living abroad. It is professional women living abroad. It is high achieving, purpose driven women living abroad. And they might be at different stages in their journey. Maybe they have just started out on their journey. They know they want to achieve this, or maybe they haven't got clarity yet, but they're willing to do the work. They're willing to step out of their comfort zones. They're willing to share their expertise. They're willing to be consistent. They're willing to move forward despite setbacks. Like for me, I could say, oh, this is not working. This YouTube channel is a slog. I'm not going to do it anymore, but I don't care. I'm just pushing myself to do it. And I think today I have one person who's shown up live. Last week, I had no one who showed up live. In the past few weeks, maybe I'd have one or two people show up live. Actually, I prefer when no one shows up live. I don't hope whoever's watching this, I don't, oh, I just lost the person. I said, maybe I prefer not having someone show up live. And then the one person who was watching this just left. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I feel less nervous when and this is the interesting thing, right? People go live because they want to have people joining and watching their YouTube channel. But sometimes I feel less pressure and stress with going live. I thought it would get easier with time, but the problem with going live on YouTube is you can't see who's gone live. You can't, and if they don't interact in the chat, you feel like you're just, it's easier sometimes to talk to an empty room than to talk to people who you don't know who they are. And maybe I'm rambling. Anyway, whoever's come back, thank you for coming back to my live stream. Introduce yourself in the chat. Let me know who you are, where you're calling from. If you feel like I can't see you, so hopefully you can tell me who you are in the chat. And I hope you stick around because last week I didn't have anyone show up for my live. And then when I started sharing my analytics, later somebody who watched my YouTube video said they couldn't see any of my analytics. The screen was black. I could see it because when I share my screen, I can still look at my YouTube video and see the analytics. And that, I guess, is the disadvantage of going live. So I'm thinking this is the last month I'll do the live streams of my analytics on YouTube and analyze the growth of my channel. But starting in July, also because I'm traveling, I'm going to pre-record it and then upload the videos. I'm also thinking maybe I'm not getting many views on these YouTube grow and scale my channel videos or live streams because I don't know, maybe live streams work differently. And it is Monday at 10 a.m. in the morning. For many people, Mondays are the busiest days, but I want to start each week fresh, knowing what my analytics are. So I'm going to try in July to record them because I'm going to keep doing this till I get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So, anyway, coming back to my lesson for this week is keep going. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to beat myself up because I didn't have much success on YouTube this week or much growth. It's going to take me a while before I really figure out how the algorithm works. And again, it's not all about the algorithm. I'm not doing this YouTube live stream just to get the views and the watch hours and the subscribers. I'm doing it because I'm excited. I'm excited about creating YouTube videos. I'm excited about inspiring my target audience, or even folks who are not my target audience, to create YouTube videos to showcase their expertise. And then, of course, my main content is helping women make bold moves abroad, helping them find their voice, helping them get clarity, helping them get the courage and the confidence to show up, whether it's YouTube or LinkedIn or hosting events or writing blog posts or even attending other events, being guests on people's podcasts, just putting them out there because I believe, especially as expats, as women who've moved abroad, we have skills, we have experiences, we have insights because of our multicultural backgrounds, and we have something to share. And maybe initially you don't know what it is you want to share, but when you keep putting yourself out there, you start by just introducing yourself and then maybe find one thing to talk about, or maybe you can talk about a bunch of things, and then slowly you get more clarity. So I will do a YouTube video. I hope to do one soon about why I think expat women, women living abroad, should create a YouTube channel. But these Monday live streams are sharing my analytics for the week, and I'm trying to get 1% better as well. So I'm editing on DaVinci Resolve, and this week I actually used Chat GPT because I wanted to some new solutions, or wanted to figure some things out on DaVinci Resolve, like adding text to my video, and I had no idea how to do it. And Chat GPT was amazing. It told me exactly how to add text to my videos. So that was something new I learned. I'm also trying to be more animated and more myself on YouTube. I know I get nervous whether I'm doing going live or pre-recording, and I just get so serious. So I'm trying to be more excited, more passionate, and that's hard. When you know me, if you met me in person or when I'm on Zoom and it's more relaxed, I'm fairly, I'm more relaxed. I'm not so stiff. And I've been watching my earlier videos. Oh my God, I'm so stiff and I seem so boring. No wonder no one's any is watching. Also, I'm trying to speak more slowly, being more articulate, cutting out the filler words like, like, because when I edit my videos, I do see how many filler words I've used. I do see the pauses and the spaces. So that's also an excellent lesson in creating videos because it helps you with your public speaking. It helps you also get more clear on your thoughts. And when I do these live streams, I don't have a script. But for my last video, which I will be uploading this week, which is reinventing yourself abroad, I wrote a script with some help from AI. And of course, I tweaked it, used my language, etc. And then I practiced it. Now, I didn't want it to be word for word because that again makes me very stiff. But I kind of went through each of the tips. So the video is how to reinvent yourself abroad, and then 5 tips on how to do so. So I went through the tips, I practiced it on my walk, and then I owned it. I tried to be as natural and authentic as possible when I did the video, and it was a little bit better. I felt I was getting more comfortable on camera. I was trying to remember to smile, to be more animated, to be excited. And then also, what I did was I recorded the video on, was it? Yes, on Loom, and I'll share a link to Loom in the comments. I I recorded it on Loom, and then I took breaks in between each of the 5 tips so I could look at my notes and then kind of not memorize it, but just get more comfortable about what to say, and then I would say it. So it went off really well. I'm editing it now. I'm having some issues with syncing the sound. My previous video had similar issues, and I tried to figure it out and I couldn't, and I asked ChatGPT and they couldn't help. And I'm thinking maybe that's why it's not doing so well. The video, I just see like my window is so like, well, the screen has all these bugs on it. It looks really bad in the. Anyway, I own my messy window as well. Usually I have the blinds down or I have it at a different angle. I'm going to move it a little bit. It's so distracting. But that's what it is about, showing up on YouTube videos live or even recording. You can't be perfect. There's always going to be some issue. Maybe your hair is messy. Like, look, my hair's still kind of messy. The window, the background might be messy, or hopefully my audio is fine. Last week I shared my analytics and no one could see my screen. So there's always something happening, and people keep popping in and out, and that's distracting. It's like, why aren't they staying? They're showing up for a couple of seconds and then leaving. So hopefully, I'll be able to hold the attention of people as I move forward. But as I said, right now I'm owning my slow growth. I'm owning that people are not that interested in my videos. Maybe the algorithm is not showing it, but it's a learning curve. I think sometimes if you have success when you just start off, it, you may not even learn because you've just had that success or video has gone viral, and then after that you're struggling to keep up with that. So the other thing is, I'm not going to compare myself to all those successful YouTubers. I'm going to learn from them, but they monetized and grew their YouTube channels in, as I said, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 5 weeks. And I do have a huge network. So for me, it's a little disappointing. I have, between my newsletters and social media, etc., about 50,000 women, mostly women living abroad. Maybe 80% are living abroad, so they're not watching. And why? I have no idea. Maybe I need to ask them. Anyway, this is all learning, and hopefully I'll get clearer. But I'm excited about YouTube. And I'm so glad I started this journey to grow the Expat Woman YouTube channel. I have been using a platform called vidIQ, which which gives you feedback on your thumbnails and on your titles. I'll share a link to that in the description as well. But they sent me a message or an email saying, "Congratulations, you've reached 60,000 views on YouTube." Now, 60,000 views in 9 years, because I started the Expat Woman YouTube channel in 2016. And initially, it was like throwing spaghetti on the wall, at least almost for the last 9 years, because I started it in February 2016, where I'd occasionally upload a video about an expat woman event or from speakers or at our events. I never did solo videos. Then I started, in the last year and a half, I was doing interviews with expat women. Again, I was just uploading the videos. I was streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, either on the expat woman pages or my personal profiles. I forgot. I think on LinkedIn, maybe personal or the expat woman. I'm not sure. But again, it was kind of scattered. So only in the last 5 weeks, I've focused purely on the expat woman channel. And I forgot why I brought this up, but uh, maybe I'm being more strategic. I'm no longer throwing spaghetti on the wall. I'm trying to understand how it works and trying to follow some of the suggestions from other YouTube gurus. I've also changed the photographs on my recent thumbnails because I usually don't wear glasses, but when I do YouTube videos or Zooms, I wear glasses. So my thumbnails now have my glasses. So, you make these small changes, you make these small tweaks, and YouTube has such an impressive amount of analytics. So it really helps you figure out I'm still learning it, but figure out what's working, what's not working, etc. So, with that being said, let me share my screen. Hopefully, there's no one watching it right now. People have been coming in and out, but hopefully, this time there won't be a black screen. And I won't know that because there's no one to tell me. But maybe at some point I'll like create one video with my analytics for each week, because you can look at them, and I'll put that up, because once you do a live stream, I don't think you can edit it, so I can't really add anything to the black screen. Anyway, let me try and share my screen and show you what my analytics were for this week, and I'll read through it, so in case I get the black screen again, I'll be reading my analytics so people can still listen. Because if this was a podcast, you wouldn't be able to see my video, and a lot of people do podcasts about their YouTube journeys, etc., and you don't get to see their screen. Okay, so let me share my screen. So we're first going to look at my Google Sheets. Okay. All right, so this is my YouTube of analytics, and let me go back to my live stream. See, I can see it on my live stream, so maybe people can see it. I don't know, no one's here right now, so I don't know. But anyway, so let's read through the analytics. So this is week 5, and I haven't put the dates. I need to put the dates. So week 5. Okay, so as you can see, last week I had a bumper week. It was 1400 views for the last 7 days, and this week is 404. So it's higher than all the previous weeks except for week 4. So week 1 was 183, week 2 was 370, week 3 was 399. So it's very close to week 3. Okay, but last week was amazing. Watch time hours, it's higher than week 3 and week 1, but it's 8.2, but it's lower than last week, which was 12.3 watch time hours. And uh, overall, my watch time hours have grown. They've grown to 443. But for this week, and I think last week might have contributed to this week, because I got 12.3 watch time hours. And sometimes it takes a while for YouTube to add those hours to your overall watch time hours. Okay, so the average view duration, that means how long do people stay on watching a video, or it could be one video, it could be several videos. So the first week was week 4. This second week was 2.3, the third week was 1.34, the fourth week was 1.48, and this week is 1.4. So week 5 is 1.4. It looks like week 1 was the highest, and I'm now thinking maybe I need to check again, because that seems like a lot of people were watching my videos for 4 minutes. And maybe at that point, yes, I know why, because when I first started, there was a lot of interest from folks wanting to join me in the live streams. So my live, and I wasn't just doing YouTube growth live streams. I did live streams on different topics. Like in May, I did live streams on, I think it was, forgot, collaboration, I think. And then in April it was on collaboration. In May it was on travel. So initially had people watching the whole live stream, which is about an hour, and that's why I think the average view duration was high. And then of course, after a while, like with most things, people lose interest. It's still showing, I can still see the analytics on the my YouTube live stream. So hopefully people watching this later will see it. And that's what I want to also add. The beauty of live streams is once you create it, you don't need to upload a video, you don't need to edit it. So people who can still watch the replay, like last week's live stream has maybe 17 views. It's an hour long. We can look at some of those analytics as well. Okay, so that was the average view duration. The click through rate for this week, it's kind of stayed around the average. I think is about 2.2 last week, and this week was 2.4. So last week, even though I had 1400 views, when people, only 2.4% were actually clicking through uh, the videos. Subscribers, it's the highest was last week with 13 subscribers. Also why I got more subscribers. There were very few that were joining organically. I'm hosting a global virtual networking event on Wednesday, June 4th, and I created an event page on LinkedIn, and then when I would encourage and remind people to sign up on Zoom to get the Zoom link, and when they thanked me, I would also say, by the way, I have a YouTube channel for the expat woman. If the content resonates with you, please subscribe to the channel. So a lot of it came from those people. I'm not getting that crazy growth in YouTube subscribers from people just finding the YouTube channel and saying, wow, I want to follow this person or follow the expat woman, and then they subscribe. So that could be why that week was higher. But most of it is not happening just like organically. I'm inviting people to I'm sorry, to subscribe, and even then the percentage of people who subscribe is very few. So just want you to keep that in mind when you ask people to do something. It's very rare they'll do it. I've even encouraged people when I send out newsletters and I have 10,000 people. Imagine if all those 10,000 people subscribe, and not everyone opens my newsletters either. So you can see everything is slow, but you just move forward. And I also did a post about this, about it, things being a marathon, not a sprint. I spoke about YouTube, but I spoke about other things as well. I'll share a link to that LinkedIn post in the description, and hopefully it'll inspire you if you're feeling like nothing's working out and you're just feeling frustrated, wanting to throw in the towel, wanting to give up. Don't give up. Okay. All right. Views from impressions. So this week, the impressions I got. And when I show you my YouTube channel, we look at impressions and what it means. And I forgot to add what percent came from YouTube. But last week I got 15.5 thousand impressions. That means how many times your YouTube video shows up in someone's YouTube feed. So then they see it, and then so YouTube last week 34.9% came from YouTube recommendations. So this week my impressions were 3.8 thousand. They are right now higher than week 1, but they're lower than week 2 and week 3, and of course week 4 just took off. So once it shows up on someone's feed, then it's how many views do you get from those impressions. So again, week 4 was huge with 371, and this week 5 I got 93 views from impressions. Yeah, my videos haven't got too many views, which is okay. As I said, I'm just going to continue. Even if one person benefits from what I have to share on YouTube, I feel I've done my job. And I hope over time more people will discover it, because I'm really sharing content that I wish I had watched or learned when I moved here. So I'm sharing content to inspire other women, not just to share their voice and make bold moves, but also how to develop the mindset, how to navigate life when they move here, all the hurdles, challenges, all the things they can do to make things better. And it's all kind of geared towards professional women. I don't do so much of the like parenting or finding housing or learning the language. Those are not my strengths. I'm talking about from a professional aspect. Checking if it's still showing up. Yes, it's still showing up on YouTube. Okay, watch time from impressions. So the number of hours people when they so the videos will show up in someone's YouTube feed. So many people will watch, and then how long do they watch for? So last week, week 4 was 11.4 hours, which was huge. This week is 2.59. It's higher than week 1. No, it's the second lowest. The lowest was week 3. So week 5 is second lowest. Week 3 was 1.99 watch time hours, and this week 3 is 2.59. And now the next one is public watch hours. So my goal is to get to 4,000 watch hours in 365 days. For the first week when I started this YouTube channel, it was 436 watch hours. Week 2 was 440, week 3 was 440, week 4 was 440, and this week it jumped to 443. So there's a little progress. What's also happening is I'm losing watch hours because every day once a video has completed 365 days and you've had certain number of watch hours on for that video, you lose that because 365 days are up. So the goal is to get more. Your watch hours should be more than your new watch hours should be more than the watch hours you're losing. And in terms of subscribers, yes, of course, my subscriber count is the highest because I got 867 this week. Week 4 was 860. Week 3 was 849. Week 2 was 837. And week 1 was 829. Still a long way to go to get to 1,000 subscribers, but at least I feel I'm getting a little closer to the mark. I just need one video to take off and bring in all those new subscribers. Last week, one of the reasons why I think I also might have got more watch hours was a short that I uploaded. So I use something called Opus Clip to cut my long form videos. They use AI, they cut it into short videos. And last week's video, within less than 24 hours, I think it was maybe it got 1,000 views. So it brought in people who may have then checked out my long form videos, and even the short form, it increased the watch hours because they were watching. I think the video was maybe a minute, so 1,000 people watching that 1 minute. I don't know what the math is, but I think that could be a reason why. Okay, so now I'm going to stop sharing my analytics page. Okay, let's see if I can stop sharing. And now I'm going to share, looking at all the stuff below my head. And now I'm going to share my YouTube page so we can look at. Okay, I'm just looking at this video that showed up in my news feed. In my YouTube feed? It says 2 months on, 39 subscribers, 16 videos. That's pretty impressive. She's uploaded 16 videos in 2 months. I have uploaded, I think, about 8 videos in 2 months. I've done live streams too, but 16 is very impressive. Okay, let's go to my channel. And as I said, when I put in my when I was doing my analytics just before I went live, it was 867 subscribers, and now I lost one more subscriber. I'd love to know why people suddenly unsubscribe, or does YouTube remove them? Interesting. And I did a LinkedIn post about asking people if the content resonated with them to subscribe, and then maybe someone got put off and unsubscribed, but you can see it didn't make any difference. So people have to find you maybe organically, and the content has to really resonate. You can't ask people to subscribe or like or comment or watch. You can't do it. I've realized that. I do it. I still encourage people because I have these social media platforms and newsletter, but they have to really feel it to take that trouble to hit the subscribe button. So yeah, so going back to the YouTube channel, you can see 60,000 views for the total lifetime. It says 192 videos, but some of those are unlisted because they were videos that were of some events that were private, and then some are live streams. So there's a lot of videos that I've posted in 9 years, but I still think they were not created intentionally. It was content I created outside of YouTube and then uploaded it, except for the videos I was doing in the last year and a half, whereas interviewing expat women. But again, it was live streams across all platforms. So only now, that ever since I started this challenge up to week 5, where I'm shooting, editing, and uploading. So I really consider the last 5 weeks the start of my YouTube journey. Okay. So yeah, and then in the last 30 days, 2.6 thousand views and 16 videos. So I have done 16 videos, which doesn't make sense. Maybe it's counting all the live streams, but I've only uploaded a few videos. I don't really count the live streams as videos because, but I'll take it. 16 videos. All right. So with that, let's go to YouTube Studio, which shows you all your analytics. So current analytics, And let's look at the last 7 days because that's what I like. Because I'm comparing week by week. Okay, so let's look at the analytics for the last 7 days. The last 28 days looks great because last week was so good. But for the last 7 days, you can see all the arrows are down. You want the arrows to point up. You want those green arrows that shows growth. So you can see the first one, channel views compared with the previous period. This can help you spot high performing videos, anticipate seasonal change, and determine when to upload new videos. This includes public, private, unlisted, and deleted videos. So 71% less than the previous 7 days. So my videos got 404 views. The watch time hours, channel watch time hour compared with the previous period, again, it includes private, public, unlisted, and deleted. So 8.2, 33% less than previous 7 days. And subscribers, okay, some folks must have, two folks unsubscribed because I was at 868 a few days ago. Then, oh no, I was at 869, I think. I lost one subscriber over the weekend, and today one. 868 or two. I think I was at 868. I lost one, so it became 867, and today it's 866. So it says I have 7 new subscribers, but it's still 46% less than previous 7 days. So that's the analytics. uh, I uploaded a short video. Now I use Opus clips. I can't, YouTube doesn't allow you to use a thumbnail, so just pick this thing of these guys in India, the Hare Rama, Hare Krishna guys. um, may not be the best picture for my audience. It only got 124 views. It says, yes, I have an accent and I speak English fluently. It was a clip from a longer video I did about the 9 questions I get, or the 5 questions I get asked when people learn that of when I as an Indian in the US. And then yeah, so it says the top content for the week. Then from student visa to US citizenship, my unexpected expat journey. It has 63 views this week. The other thing I did was I made this video, my student visa to US citizenship, as my main featured video on the YouTube channel. So someone comes to my YouTube channel, that's the video they will see. And I hope to record a video in the next few weeks talking about what my YouTube video channel is about, but right now I don't. So I decided this was the closest to an introduction from me because I had to talk about my journey to moving abroad. This video, the next one, how to find your superpower abroad, discover what makes you unstoppable. I uploaded last week, last Wednesday, I believe. It has 53 views. And then this one, the dumbest thing I was asked as an Indian abroad. Now this video has over 1,000 views. It's a short video. Last week it got 29, but the week before, when I did week 4 analytics, it had, within 24 plus hours, it had got 1,000 plus views. Okay, so this is a good way to see, your content for the period. It tells you which video is getting the most views, etc. You can also look at your latest upload and see how. So you can see, okay, so the watch time hours is about 1.3 hours. I didn't get any new subscribers from this video, unlock your superpower abroad, and I was excited about this video, but this was the video that was a little out of sync. It was also the first video where I have a photograph of me with my glasses and my headphones. Usually I take photographs without my glasses, but I realized all my YouTube videos I'm wearing glasses, unless maybe if I do a walk and talk. So let's do some thumbnails with me with my glasses and headphones. So the video is 16.5 minutes, but people are watching for 1.31, so about 9% average percentage viewing. And you can see that it starts high, and then by the 1.3 mark it drops off. Let's see what it says for see more. Yeah, just showing you the chart. Yeah, anyway, so that, and then reach, how many impressions, like how many people's YouTube feeds is it showing up on? So 362, 3.9% of people watch the video after seeing an impression. Okay, and then you have to just wondering whether your impression click through rate is high or low. Let's look at that, learn more. And yeah, this one I think I do need to do a separate video for this because there's a lot of information here. The views are less, 5 than usual, 25 unique viewers. So people who are not subscribers watch this. How did people find this video? So 30.9% of viewers came from direct or unknown. That could have been from my newsletter, from my LinkedIn posts, etc. External. So I guess both of those are yeah, for traffic from websites and apps that embed your videos or link to your videos on YouTube. Channel pages, 20% came from YouTube channel pages. Percentage of viewers from browse features. That's, I think, when you can browse for videos, and I don't know too much about this yet. So hopefully in the future I'll be able to tell you what browse features is. YouTube search if someone is looking for something specifically, and yeah, views from impressions. So I don't know what this is. YouTube search terms. Okay, so people are looking for the search term how to get superpowers, how to get superpower. That's so funny. I don't think they're looking at specifically what my YouTube videos about how to get superpower abroad. Maybe these are like kids or maybe looking at how they can get superpowers, and that's why sometimes using jargon might not be the best solution, but it's still interesting. External sites or apps. So LinkedIn brought in, so this is cool. LinkedIn brought in 54.6%, then Gmail brought in 27.3%, Chrome app brought in 9.1%. I don't know what this is, MNU.new, it brought in 9.1%. I'll have to look that up. Geography, let's see if there's enough data for geography. So 35% came from the United States. Let's see if it says which cities. It doesn't say the cities. I guess there's not enough uh, data. Viewer age, not enough demographic data. But it's in 13 to 17. So maybe, as I said, the topic was getting teenagers interested in finding their superpower. That's why it's not done so well. So maybe I need to think about using a different title. And that's why YouTube thumbnails and titles and YouTube thumbnail images and titles are so important, and using keywords, etc. Because I don't know how many women living abroad are really looking for the word, how do I find my superpower abroad? Again, I'm learning about how to create the right thumbnails to get discovered and create videos that people are actually searching for the content. Once I think you're really established and well known, and people binge watch your content or wait for your content every week because they're so excited about learning from you, being inspired by you, then I think you can use as much jargon. But maybe initially it's easier to create videos that people are searching for. And with the expat or women living abroad, it's sometimes very country specific, and that's not what I want to talk about because my audience is all over the world. And as I said before, my focus is on empowering them to share their voice, to get clarity on their superpowers, on their strengths. So I just have to figure out how to create these videos and get more, get discovered by the right audience. Okay, so that is my, these are my analytics for this week. If you're watching the replay, thanks so much. If you have any questions about YouTube, about how you want to, how to grow your channel, and maybe you're just starting off. If you're very advanced, you might be able to give me advice and insights and input on how what else I can do to grow my channel, especially right now since I'm focused on monetizing my YouTube channel that is getting 1,000 views and 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. So you can see I have a long way to go, and I don't know how many more weeks I'd have to do this video because I challenge myself to keep doing these live streams till I get to that number. But I'm hoping to also do some YouTube videos teaching you everything that I've learned, like little bite-sized videos, so I can inspire you to create your own videos as a woman living abroad. And maybe there are folks watching this who are also not living abroad, and it can still apply to you. So let's see what week 5 has to bring. I have to edit my long form video and upload it this week, and then I'll do a short. Maybe I'll try uploading 2 shorts. Again, you can see this my short video for last week didn't bring in many views. My long form video didn't bring any views. So I have to think about what else I want to do. Teaching people how to use YouTube, doing those videos. I just don't want to get too scattered, since my focus right now is on more on the mindset and on helping women find clarity and learn how to showcase their expertise abroad. I might then move into YouTube as that platform to showcase your expertise abroad. So I do want to do YouTube video tutorials, and my other strengths are hosting events and using LinkedIn. So I have to decide how I want to create those videos, because I don't want YouTube to get confused. It's like, oh, she's doing these personal development videos for women living abroad, and now suddenly she's doing YouTube videos, and then she's doing LinkedIn videos. So I have to figure out how to do this. So the YouTube algorithm still shows my videos to my target audience, which is high achieving, purpose driven, professional, talented, ambitious women living abroad who want to create more impact, influence, elevate their income, elevate their authority, their thought leadership, etc. So I've got to, and I know one shouldn't get obsessed with the algorithm on YouTube. Create content that creates where you can share value, but I think when you put in so much time and effort and expertise in creating videos, you have to also figure out the algorithm. Otherwise, the people who will benefit from your videos will not get to see them, because they're, I don't know how many thousands, or maybe there's a million plus content creators on YouTube, and then my videos are just getting lost in the shuffle. So that's the reason why I think it's important to figure out the algorithm, because you want to understand why or how to get your videos seen by more of your target audience. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, let me know in the comments. And I will see you again next Monday for week 6. And of course, I'll be uploading videos. If you're new to watching my YouTube videos, you like the content I'm sharing, please subscribe to the channel so I can get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. And then, of course, then I'll have bigger goals after that. All right, bye.